Hi guys, and welcome back to another edition of On The Player YouTube. And this week we're going to be reviewing a car that I'm currently driving. This is the brand new 2019 Lexus UX 250 hybrid, and it's a pretty spectacular little car. But how does it stack up against the competition? Enjoy the next couple of minutes of our little B-roll so you can see what it looks like when it's out on the road, and then you can listen to my evaluation and what I really think of this car.
I've been in your waters. I'm looking for sure. I've never been so close before. It's one way or the other.
So let's have a look round outside the car, and the first thing I noticed when I got out of the car was this amazing big grille at the front here. Now apparently this is synonymous with the F-Sport model, and that's what we've got today, and it's got a little F-Sport badge on the side. Let's crack on and have a look round. I don't mind the wheels, they're alright. I quite like this sort of grey chrome, that's what I'm calling it. I think it's quite smart. But what I don't like is the almost sort of like aftermarket Land Rover cut on these arches here. It's something that, you know, people do when they've got an old Discovery and they cut the arches out and put these plastic arches on. Apparently it's been done for a reason, and what I was told is that during the rain this has got extra padding in here, so when it's raining you don't hear all the water noise coming into the car. But I just think it looks ugly. And it's got some amazing lines on the car. I mean, it's almost like one of these stealth fighter planes that you see. And yet again here at the back, look, there's this big sort of space again. I don't know, it's like a big aftermarket product, like someone's just bolted it on. Round at the back, well, it's very hatchbacky. It's quite nice. You've got this rear diffuser across the top here. But one thing I do love, this whole panel here at night is all lit up. It's really nice. So it's one big long light. Very, very American, if you ask me. It was back in the old 60s and 70s in the States. They used to have these big long lights right across. We're going to have a look inside the back, and I'm going to show you a very, very quirky parcel shelf. Something that surprised even me. Let's take a look inside and see what you get boot space wise. So it's an assisted electronic tail lift. We like that, it's quite nice. And the first thing you'll notice is that the level loading space is quite nice, but here's where it starts to go wrong. Look at the height, look how high it is. It's almost up to my hip. So if you're going to be loading stuff in here, you're going to be lifting it all the way up to here, and then you're going to have to lift it in. And then look at the size. I mean, it is tiny. This isn't even as big as a Volvo XC40, and we didn't think that was that big. Check up here now. I always have to work that one out. Have a look at the XC40 review, because comparing the two is quite similar, this bit. Underneath here there is a place to put a few bits and pieces, like a large sort of bucket thing that comes inside here, but if you have a spare wheel in there, then you're going to lose that straight away. Now I can't even get it back in properly. So this is always fun. I love it when this starts to go wrong. There you go, it's actually worked. But, and a big but here, this is pretty stunning what they've done here, because it's something I've never ever seen on a car in my life. This is a floppy, wait for it, a floppy parcel shelf. So you unhook it from here, and I've pre-emptied this because there are a couple of little hooks on the end here, okay, and they are difficult to get off at the best of times. That's your parcel shelf. Now, you know I normally moan about these things and say I used to say, oh, watch this, ready? And I've only rehearsed this once, but I think I can do it in one again. I'm quite impressed with Yeah, you just knew it wasn't going to go right when we were recording, don't you? It's so bloody obvious it's not going to go right. No, do it. Right, let's start again. We'll try that again, okay? Maybe I've got it wrong. Maybe you should be doing it that way around. Yeah, that's the way. Ready? So, in one. No, it's a great idea. I mean, if you've had kids, if you haven't, then you'll know what. Well, you've got this to look forward to. There you go. Yes, I've done it. Look at that. Look, that's your parcel shelf. And they even give you a nice little. It's like a little magician's pack. You can put it inside there like that. And believe it or not, there are instructions on there how to do that. Okay, so if you really are that stupid, rehearse that. Okay. I'm going to throw that in there because you know I hate parcel shelves anyway. There's a couple of other bits here. There's another little sort of thing in there that you can put, I don't know, sausages or something, because I can't think of anything else why you'd put that in there. There's some pop down thingies. Well, there's a 12 volt adapter there, which is pretty good. Then the pop down thing is here for your shopping, so you can hang your shopping bag on there, and because it's so shallow, the shopping's going to go all over the place anyway. So again, they're pretty pointless. But I mean, look at it, it's just absolutely tiny. And then if you want to pull these seats down, well, the good thing is because it's so small, you can reach the back seat, so you can literally click them open like that. I'm sorry about the mess, because earlier on we had a couple of sausage dogs came along and jumped in here and sort of had a little sniff around and made a mess. So I didn't have a Hoover with me, so we've had to just crack on with it. The only thing I do like about that is, I mean, there's quite a bit of space there, but look at the height here. There's nothing, I mean, you're not going to get anything in here. It's really bad. Well, it's not bad, it's just small. I mean, there's no, no denying it's small. There's another little thing there. I mean, what's that for? It's nice though. I like all these little cubby holes. There's nothing under there. Anyway, yeah, so we're not that impressed with it, but we love the parcel shelf. That's cool. Let's get in the back and see what what the passengers can expect, because I think that's, if you're going to take people out in this car, I just hope it's comfortable. Let's have a look in the back what the passengers can expect from this car. Well, look, I'll be honest with you, I could have moved my seat forward and I could have made it look bigger, but I just didn't want to, because I just felt you need to see this. It is so tight in here. I just really wasn't expecting this from this car. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger. So not a lot of leg room in the back here. Also with the height of the ceiling, it's sort of bent round this way, so almost my head is almost touching the ceiling. I'm not exactly the tallest of people, as you know. You get a pocket in the back here, but you don't get one this side. I really don't get that. Why put a pocket in there and not put one here? Very strange. You get independent heating controls, that's good. But you can only turn it on or off. You can't change the heating on it. And down here you get 2 USB chargers. That's good. We need 2 USB chargers. In the middle, well, excuse me, coughing. It's I'm going to try and get across here. And this just is not happening. To be honest, I went out in it last night and I had 3 passengers in the back and they were not comfortable. This is designed for 2 people only in the back here, and even then it's going to be very tight, as you can see. Another thing, look what happens when I shut the door. Look how high that is. It's over my shoulder, and the windows are absolutely tiny. They're minute. I'm actually going to I'm going to open the door because I feel claustrophobic in here. Oh dear, my phone's fallen out. Sorry guys. Well, we won't worry about it. We'll keep that out of the way for a minute. You do get a centre armrest, which is fair enough. Again, there's some muck here. I don't know where that's come from. And a double cup holder. It's reasonably comfortable with your arm on it. You get ISOFIX points both sides, obviously, but with these ones, they pop out like that, and guaranteed, once your little brat is 5 years old and you don't need a car seat anymore, you won't be able to find these again. So when you come to sell the car because you want a bigger car, because he's now going to private school and has a horse box, someone's going to bid you down on the price because you can't find those little plastic thingies or whatever. I'm waffling, but guys, I think you get the idea. It's very small in there. It's extremely dark as well. It makes you feel claustrophobic. It's not a nice place to be. Sorry about that, Lexus, but I'm being honest. For once, I want to be straight up and honest about this car. Not impressed at the moment. Anyway, let's jump in the front and check it out. Here we are, guys, out on the road, and we're up front. We've combined the two. And what a fabulous place to be. First up, well, these lovely leather seats, really well bolstered. I love the colouring as well, the red and the black. And the head support is absolutely superb. Likewise, the steering, and this one is an upgraded steering wheel. It's a heated steering wheel. Like this car has got a lot of extras put on it. This is the press car that they give us, and it normally has everything you can get on it. So I would, just before we go into stuff, let's talk about the costing. So it's £29,000 base price. That's the recommended retail price. This particular car, 34. I think the most you can spend on one of these is £35,000. So it's, you know, it's a £6,000 bracket from the bog standard car out on the road to the top of the range. And the bog standard car out on the road has a lot of the safety features and extra bits and pieces that you wouldn't expect normally. But that's why this is the Lexus. This is, as you know, the UX 250 hybrid. And before we get on with all these bits inside, just to mention, it's a 2-litre engine. It has an electric motor coupled up to that. Combined is around 185 brake horsepower. It will do 0 to 60 in about 8.5 seconds. And it'll do about 50 to the gallon. Yes, at the moment I'm getting 46.2. It says in the user book between 49 and 53, but that's on a run, and I'm getting 46.2 on a runabout. In other words, literally changing different sport modes, all the different modes, doing everything that you need to do to give you the evaluation. I'm still getting 46.2. Cracking, I love it. Modes, right, let's get going on this quickly. We need to get through it. Modes are up here. You do have 4 modes on this car. EV, electrical vehicle mode. So it will run on a battery up to lower speeds in town. Then you have normal mode. So it's a bit of each. It cuts in when you slow down, and the engine cuts in when the petrol engine cuts in when you get above a certain speed. So that's the normal mode. Then you have a sport mode. I see no point in that. And you have a sport plus mode, and I see even less point in that. It really doesn't do it any justice in this car. You put your foot down and it just makes loads of noise and doesn't go anywhere. And no matter whether you're in sport mode, sport plus mode, whatever mode you're in, it just makes loads of noise and doesn't go anywhere. So yeah, don't be buying this car for its outstanding performance, but its outstanding economy. Steering wheel. Right hand side, we have lane departure warning system button, we have distance control system on here, we have cruise control button system on here, we have the menu button, and we have the scroll button. There's a lot of buttons on there. On the left hand side, well, this is where it gets fun, because on the top right hand button on the left hand side of the steering wheel, you have to get all this in, if you push it once like that, oh my god, the center display on your instrument cluster moves to the right to expose the menu. Really, really cool. Push it again and it disappears back again. How cool is that? Go on, do it one more time. There she goes to the right. Now you can scroll up and down, do whatever you want, and there you can see 46.2 to the gallon. And then push it back over. Look at that. Okay, safety systems on this car. Blind spot mirror detection system, autonomous braking, autonomous assisted parking. It just goes on and on and on and on. It's just amazing, this car. It has got so many bits and pieces. Lane departure assist system, told you about that. Distance control system, high beam assist. So in other words, when you've got your high beam on, you don't need to keep flicking it on and off. It's got that as well. It is amazing, but that's what you're paying for. It's a Lexus. It's that little bit extra. It's that little bit more luxurious. In the center here, we have a double-edged, well, call it double-edged, you can open it both sides, and it's a cubby box, but it can be opened by you or the passenger, which is lovely. And inside there are a couple of USB-Cs as well, so the extra fast ones. You've got a double cup holder here. You also get Apple wireless charging on this car as well, and a mirroring system, which is fantastic. A lovely, lovely, neat and simple to use aircon system. And as I think I've mentioned, you get the nice heated seats on this and the heated steering wheel. I love the push start button on it as well, so it's keyless, which is great. And you get a couple of sets of, well, Why they've put paddles on it, I don't know. You're not exactly going to be whizzing around Brands Hatch in this car. But nevertheless, it's super quiet, it's super smooth, and I really, really like it. I think I'm just getting old. I think it's just one of those things. Hey, you've been watching me, AJ the Player, and I really thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed our review of this lovely the Lexus UX 258. Sorry, I just had to check over there what was going on. And if I've not given you the right information, then use the comment button. Let me know. If I have, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more cars like this and many others, then subscribe. It's simple, isn't it? It's very, very easy. Just hit the subscribe button. Next week, another car. I know what it is. It's a Mitsubishi I couldn't even get my words out there. A Mitsubishi Outlander. I can't wait to drive this car. It's been on my top 10 hit list for the last 6 months. Guys, safe motoring, and I'll catch you next week.